to represent the riding. So when the riding is speaking together, I said it earlier, trust me, you've heard it as a kid. I've coached for many years. There's strength in numbers. All right, when you have a leader that can stand up for you with your voice, taking it to where it needs to go, and then you're right there with it going behind, sorry about the noise, things will get done. And like I said, I don't want to keep the party. I don't care what nobody says, whether you're independent or whatever, you still got to answer to the community. So whether I'm NDP, liberal, conservative, Green Party, or independent, it's the people that we got to answer to. And like, we can sit here and do this all night. It's getting late. But
he said it. I don't want to waste too much of your time repeating that. I'd say this, what we need to do is whoever becomes MLA here needs to work real close with the councillor and with all of council. And I have good relationships with a few of the councillors, so I'm happy talking to them. I'll work with them if I'm your MLA and make sure that there is real meaningful consultation. The provincial government also needs to make sure that there is a process in place for real meaningful local consultation. What the provincial government needs to not do is ram through housing developments without local consultation, which is what some have been proposing. So we need to be leery of these things. We need to be wary, because I'm hearing good ideas here. As Carlo mentioned, Upper Governor Road, why isn't there should be housing along there? Maybe that's something that should be in the local plan, right? But it's not. Instead, we have it dictated from afar. So obviously the process of consultation has not been done in a way that's, people aren't being heard, right? So we need to work harder, and that's legwork. That's not as simple as lofty ideas. It's legwork. And I mean, city councilors, I'll tell you this, are overworked. They are way overworked for the amount of work they have to do. It's probably harder being a city councilor than it is being an MLA. So whoever's the next MLA needs to be doing some of that work for the city councilor, doing that consultation and making sure that people's voices are heard into the city's plans. Thank you. Mr. Taylor.
In regards to the 40-year plan, the 40-year plan is probably in year 38. It's nothing new. It's something that HRM, Halifax Municipality, has been trying to do for Preston for 40 years. So it's in the last stages. There are 8 to 11 houses that have to go away when they turn Lake Major Road into a highway that connects to the 118. I know that because Mr. Hensby told me himself. So, at the end of the day, it's not about potential. This is their plan. The Burnside expansion is in that plan. You can't live in an industrial park. And that's what they're turning us into. What more proof do you need? And because this is a 40-year plan, any government that's been in power for the last 40 years has went along with it. So, regardless of what anybody says, if you're not going to behold to the government's plan, you will be removed. Because this has been the government's plan the whole time.
So, the government plan, but we are the people. And if the people does not have a voice, then where is the government? We are the government. Our voice has to be heard. And somebody has to stand up and say, enough. Because a 40-year plan, and to talk about another industrial park, I don't want to live in an industrial park. I don't think anybody here wants to live in an industrial park. There's lands around us. And to see that happen, it would be pretty embarrassing for an MLA that sits in the government house and watches something come to fruition around his constituency, and he did nothing or she did nothing about it. I'd be ashamed if it was me, if there was a 40-year plan put in place and I'm sitting there watching it unfold around my people. So, what am I going to do about the 40-year plan? I can't tell you what I'm going to do about a 40-year plan, but I know that there's nothing going to happen if I'm the MLA without me getting the voice from my people and putting a stop to it. They tried to put a dump in many areas, I know one particular place over in Africville where there was a community there. There's not a community anymore, but they're making use of that land pretty good. But then, the ancestors of Africville, a lot of them were tricked. But now we are more educated. That's not going to happen here. There's no dump coming here, and there's no industrial park coming in the back of our communities.
We're talking about a 40-year plan, and somebody said that we're in year number 38 of the 40-year plan. So that means you're telling me that that plan started in 1983?
Yes.
So,
Cherrybrook bypass, the Department of Highways project by the province. They bought the corner property 30 years ago.
Still trying to buy more.
They need 2 more parcels down Lake Major, that's all they need to finish.
So then it should be given back to coming right up through and going off Cherrybrook up to the 118 up there.
And a lot of the land was already taken by expropriation years ago when they took most of the
well, you know
land.
something, excuse me, Somebody said we're in year 38 of this 40-year plan, so I'm thinking, in the line of work that I used to do with regards to a plan, at some point in a plan like 40 years, at about in increments of 5, that plan is reviewed. It's consulted with, and people in the communities come together and they make amendments or changes to the plan. I would think that a 40-year plan, you're talking about highways and byways and connector roads and whatever. I thought you were talking about a 40-year plan that encompasses infrastructure, the environmental, building capacity, recreation and transportation. So you're talking about this is like some type of highway plan.
Yes.
A transportation plan.
You get rid of community.
Pardon me? Oh, well, I'm sorry, but I didn't hear about the 40-year plan until just now, to be honest. Okay. So that's all I can say with respect to this. If you're saying that you're in year number 38, maybe what you need to do is now form a committee collectively with members of the community, HRM, provincial government or whatever, and start looking at a 25-year plan going forward and how this community will take shape.
You just say. The thing about it is, they consulted. They can go home for a second. They consulted with the community a long time ago, and they consulted with our leaders. Just hold.
This is it.
I was just gonna say, so that consultation, the consultation that took place with our leaders. So we already been shipped over. You know what I mean? We have people saying wrong. With the city, for have that plan, you have to meet with people in the community. There's people that's headed your community. So what we really do, the 40-year plan, we can't just be mad at the government. We got to be mad at ourselves because we're letting it happen. That's what's happening. No, I'm not saying, there's some people weren't informed, but some people, I'm guaranteeing you there was meeting somewhere that someone knows about this. I guarantee you that. So you can say whatever you want, but that's 100% true. Hey, but the people that they're talking to are not talking to you guys. So that's a problem. So at the end of the day, we got to figure this out collectively. And hopefully one of you guys can do that. But honestly, I'm rushing the question real quick. What are you guys going to do about carbon tax? It's 9:30. I know you're talking about it.
Yeah, we talked about
Okay, I think our time is over for the night, but before we leave, a lot of comments were made about a couple of things, and I think as a community, you all should be well informed, and you should definitely take the time out for these 2 upcoming events that are coming up. First of all, August 2nd, which is on a Wednesday evening at 6 p.m., Akuma is having an event to show you the latest on their long-term care facility. So we heard it. The opportunity is here for the community. It may be run by someone else, but the opportunity is there for the community to work in the community.
Right.
The second announcement that I want to make is on August 15th. Road to Prosperity will be here, and they will be talking about a lot of the things you guys are talking about this evening with regards to what's happened in Hamlin's Plains, with regards to what happened in Beachville. We know that we have an opportunity for them to come here in Preston to help us out. So now is the time as a community. Don't make noise about it. Come and hear what they have to say so that you are well informed and you can make the decisions for yourself and not take it and not put it out on someone else's back and say that one is happening at 6 o'clock.
They're posted on our Facebook page and Twitter.
6 o'clock, both events are happening at 6 o'clock. August 15th is happening here at the rec center. August 2nd is happening at the at the ball center there on the Akuba property.
What time?
6 o'clock. Both events are at 6 o'clock. So I would invite you all to attend, and on that, I would like to say thank you all for being here, being so passionate about what it is that you wanted to hear, and I thank all of our candidates for coming and participating and being with us as well. Thank you all.